family wrap.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to WDW Radio Live and the WDW Newscast. Today is Wednesday, May 30th, 2012. I am Lou Mongello from WDW Radio, and we're coming to you live from Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort. I'm joined tonight by our good friends Scott Otis from Otisburg and Glenn Whalen from PrettyGoodMovieRide.com and Googlein, without the G, WDW.com. Go visit it for a virtual tour of Soarin' via Google Earth. It's awesome. Go check it out. Thank you guys for joining us on tonight's newscast. Be sure to join us every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, live in the box over at WDWRadioLive.com. Be part of the conversation. Again, we're coming to you from Port Orleans Riverside tonight. We have a little bit of a special show. We're going to do a little bit of news, and then later on I'm going to take you on a very special tour, a little sneak peek of something that you can see here at Port Orleans Riverside. So let's get right into this week's Walt Disney World news, because starting this weekend, starting June 1st, running through July 8th over at Epcot, just in time for the release of Disney Pixar's Brave, there's a new experience coming there as well, too. We talk about all these interactive experiences coming to the parks, Source of the Magic Kingdom, the Agent P game. Well, now Brave, the Highland Games Tournament, is coming to Epcot Center. It's going to be very kid-focused and offer interactive experiences. Kids, check this out, including games like the mini caber toss. I don't know what a caber is, but I'm sure you throw cabers.
Yeah, it might be like a tree.
But there's a cake toss. I like that, as long as you are tossing the cake into my mouth. The haggis flip and archery.
Haggis flip?
The haggis flip. Never had haggis, but I've heard. So there's a haggis flip and archery. And I think we were actually talking about this in the past between Merida and Brave and Hawkeye in the Avengers.
Yeah.
How many kids are going to be asking for bow and arrows this holiday season? I've seen the Merida bow and arrow is for sale outside the meet and greet over at Magic Kingdom. Merida and Hawkeye archery, which you can learn, by the way, over at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort, I think has become very popular for kids this summer. There's also going to be a kids' play area, and this area is going to be located in between Future World and World Showcase, which is called, it's the Rose Walk, so on the right-hand side by where Imagination leads into World Showcase. And they're also going to offer enhanced wireless for the adults. So for parents who want to take pictures with the kids, I think the opportunity and the intent there is to allow you to take pictures with your smartphone, instantly upload those pictures via Twitter and Facebook, so you can share them with people who are home. What do you guys think, A, about these kind of experiences or tying in? We've seen the sand sculpture is there already. I know, having two young kids, 6 and 8, they love these kind of playground areas. And I think having interactive games and exhibits like that is even something better for them.
Exactly. It's something that they add in between the times, now that the Flower and Garden Festival has ended and kind of leading up into summer. It's just another way for them to have something for interactive with the kids and all that. I was there yesterday. I saw the sand sculpture.
Okay.
It was amazing.
Which is awesome. They've done it for
So
chimpanzee.
awesome.
They've done it for some of the other things before too.
Right.
They truly are works of art.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Again, these kind of things, we've talked about these additional experiences that go beyond the shows and attractions that are free. This is all included with your park admission. What are your thoughts on bringing these kind of things in? Again, someone on a temporary basis, only running for about a month or so.
Some of my favorite memories from Disney World are when they brought in something like this, something that's special, that's only there for a month, and then after it's gone away, you go, oh, remember when they had that? And you think about those special items. This is going to be one of them, and there's children now that are going to be 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 44 years old that are going to love it and think back on it and think, this is what they put that, these special things, and that's a great offer.
You said 44, and you looked at me because I'm gonna make the height requirement, but I probably won't make the age requirement. I'm definitely gonna go check it out probably later on this week to see. But I think it's also interesting too that we know that there's wireless access in the resorts now. There's free internet access, relatively much on a limited basis, really for checking email, uploading pictures. I don't know what this enhanced wireless is. Is it faster? Are they going to have a more broader spectrum of bandwidth for people to use? But they're now sort of paying attention to the fact that people want to share these photos, they want to share these things immediately not necessarily just when they get home.
Well, I'm hearing the word enhance and thinking that there's some sort of gateway when they connect. Like you need to connect through this, and that connection's going to offer you something.
Right.
It's going to offer something that'll customize your photos or something really awesome that would make it really worthwhile.
So specifically themed towards the Brave experience, tying into the movie. Yeah, and listen, it makes sense, and I think people would enjoy that kind of thing as well.
Right, yeah, they have those things where, like at the photo ops, like at the end of Spaceship Earth, or even like in Stormstruck and the interventions, where you have something and you like have your picture or a certificate that you would email to yourself.
Right.
So it might be something like that.
Like Mission Space. At the end of Mission
Right,
Space,
exactly.
you can go and email a picture. Yeah, very interesting. We'll definitely have to check it out.
Or the
Report on
pictures
it
of
this
Scott
week.
in the post office.
Well, that's a completely different
That's
type of
different?
yeah.
Maybe
Scott
it
in
is
his space. In sort of a timely bit of news, if you listened to last week's show, we talked about the Country Bear Jamboree. It's sort of a DSI, Disney Scene Investigation / Wayback Machine, because we talked about how the attraction has really remained pretty much the same as it has opening day. The question that I left you with last week was, what do you think about this attraction? Should it be updated? What are some other attractions that either should remain the same or be updated? Well, timing being everything, this week Disney announces that it's going to be going up for refurbishment from September 1st until October 17th. So a relatively long period of time. The rumor mill begins. Is it going to get some kind of an enhancement? Is it more of a refreshing of the audio animatronics? Is something in there going to change?
They have made those changes before, where they added the Christmas show that one time, and then the summer show. So I don't know if it's going to be a whole new show, or they're just going to make everything beautiful. Because they did that recently with the Tiki Room.
Right.
Not just adding the old show back, but also enhancing everything, making it all kind of new again. So maybe it's just
They cleaned up the sound. I remember cleaning up the sound
Right.
and everything like that. But that did not take a year, and that didn't take
Was it?
That didn't take a long time. It's about a month and a half, September 1st to October 17th. So,
yeah.
I mean, listen, Big Thunder Mountain just went down. It was a long refurbishment. I haven't been there as yet, but from
Just
what I'm
came back
hearing,
up, yeah.
there is nothing really new. There is no interactive queue. There's not a lot of new.
They're probably not finished with that completely.
Right. But what I'm saying, it was a long period of time, so it's hard to speculate.
Yeah, because
is something going to
that
change?
long just to refurbish it, but they also had to clean an entire attraction.
True. Pigwing 76. I doubt it is the Country Bears under new management.
No.
But you wonder how it may change, and will those songs change? Will some of the characters change? It's one of those things you have to wait and see. It was interesting to see the responses from people, though, who said Country Bears should stay the way it is. We've got this renewed sense of nostalgia, and because it's remained the way it has for 40 plus years, they thought it shouldn't change. It shouldn't be updated with music from 2012.
Yeah, it's an opening day classic.
And I agree. I think it's one of those ones that shouldn't be touched.
Right.
Just like Carousel of Progress, I think it should go back to the way it was in 64 and 65 World's Fair.
I think Country Bear to Disney World is as unique as Tiki Birds is to Disneyland.
Yes, I would say that.
That's a good analogy, yeah.
It belongs, it was here opening day, and that was a big deal here. So, I think they tried updating it a couple times, and we like those, but not necessarily necessary.
Right. It's interesting watching people quoting lines from some of their favorite songs. Mama whipped Buford one too many times. So,
are you going to be singing Blood on the Saddle for us?
I may sing Blood on the Saddle depending on how it changes. A couple of the bits of minor news. We talk about some changes to classic attractions and some little enhancements that come with very little fanfare, but people online seem to really enjoy. One is over at the Haunted Mansion. We talked about the addition of the queue, which we love. We like the fact that it's optional. It's got great story. Layers of the Onion, that murder mystery game that you can do as well. Well, now at the end, they've added a very low-tech photo opportunity. It's not a photo pass. It's not anything like that. But there are two busts where you or your kids can stick your heads in, and it's sort of a very simple photo opportunity.
Exactly.
But I love this because it's simple and it's
very
fun.
low tech, and it's interactive. You don't have to do it. You can just walk right by.
Right.
This is something to add. You could have your picture taken and have that added to your photo album. A nice collectible at the end.
And I think it's one of those things that they're testing, right? I don't think it's going to be there forever. Some people are saying it was. I wasn't there today, but some people are saying that it may be gone already.
Yeah,
depending
they
on-
often do that.
They
where
do this a
test
lot.
things and
They tested things in the queue for a while, sort
They
of a
took 'em
game,
out.
and they took it right out.
then they put them back in.
And I think they're trying to gauge interest
Right.
in that. These simple kind of photo ops that don't require a lot of technology, doesn't require you waiting online, but I like those little add-on things, those little sort of the stuff you can't find on the park
Right.
map that you sort of discover as you're there, and it's sort of a neat little thing. Then you can go home, take that picture, and imagine taking the picture, having that enhanced wireless or whatever it is, a Haunted Mansion themed border around that picture,
Yep.
and tweeting it out or sharing it on Facebook right as it happens.
Exactly, it happens right out there. And it's like, oh my God, look at this new thing.
Right. You don't have to wait for your photo pass to come
Right.
in. You do it right while you're there. A little picture of me and little Yoda, that's my dream right there. Couple other things as well too. Tomorrow is a first in a really long time here at Walt Disney World. It's the grand opening of a new resort. Woohoo! It's the second half of Pop Century, but Art of Animation is its own new resort. I'm actually going to be there for the grand opening ceremony tomorrow morning. I will definitely have full coverage of it for you, maybe even doing a live broadcast. So definitely stay tuned to Twitter. I'm at Lou Mongello. And if I'm able to live broadcast tomorrow morning around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, give you a little bit of Disney live so you can share in the experience while you're watching at work or in your cubicle or from school, wherever you may be.
I had a chance to see it last week. It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Very colorful. Lots of great drawings.
I toured it. I promise I'm going to share some video that I took. I think this is going to do very well, not only because of how well it's themed, the story that's told there, but this sort of resort it's almost a new level because it's in between the values and the moderate, both at price point wise and resort size wise. Because these suites, these family suites are in there, where you can sleep up to 6
And that's
with
the
your own
key right
kitchenette.
there, because before, it got very tight in
Right.
those small rooms, and maybe you'd have to get 2 rooms. But here you can get 1 suite, and it'll be perfect.
And I think the kitchenette is a big deal too. When you talk about a cost savings, this is one of the things where I point out to people, a great way to save money is by not going out to a sit-down breakfast every morning, but bringing your own food, cooking it right in there. You make oatmeal, Cheerios, Pop-Tarts, whatever it might be.
Yeah, plenty of Pop-Tarts.
So yeah, I'll have coverage from there tomorrow morning. Again, stay tuned to Twitter if I'm able to broadcast live. Definitely going to stay there as well too. So tomorrow the Finding Nemo section opens. It's going to open in phases. The Cozy Cone Motel, that's the part I'm really excited about. It'll sort of tie into the Cars Land. Then Lion King and then Little Mermaid is going to open as well too. The largest pool on property.
Nice.
So square foot wise, largest pool. And there's also, we're going to play sound and music from Finding Nemo inside the pool. So you may be underwater and you may hear, even underwater. So you get your little water wings and your goggles and you go underwater and you never know what you may hear down there. So, but we gain something new tomorrow and we lose something as well too.
Right.
And I've been telling everybody, go get your last visit, go say your goodbyes
This is
to
it.
Snow White.
Yep.
Snow White, after 41 some odd years, Snow White's Scary Adventures is closing tomorrow. I know, Nicholas, my son, you were scared of it at age 3. You don't have to worry about the witch anymore because she's going away. Snow White's Scary Adventures is closing tomorrow.
I love when that happens.
Nicholas is excited. Not everybody is as excited as my son is. But a lot of people, it was a scary ride for little kids. But it is a piece of classic Walt Disney World history that's going away. And so for some of us, we're sad to see it go. I'm thinking about maybe trying to make a trip over there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow evening.
I
Having
think
a last
it's
ride.
I think we're just trading something because I think when the new Snow White ride opens up, it's going to be, we're going to get that story.
It's a great trade-off.
Yeah.
The Snow White Scary Adventures for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Coaster.
I am so looking
We toured One Man's Dream last week. If you haven't been there recently, you've got to go see the model of Fantasyland because you really get a sense of the scope and the size of the Seven Dwarfs
so
Mine
much bigger
Coaster.
than I thought it would
And
be.
the awesomeness of
And
it.
it goes.
The awesomeness of it, says
It goes
Nicholas.
underground. It goes through caves.
It goes to the
comes out.
mines. That is really going to be.
Nice scene.
It's an e-ticket plus attraction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely check out. the
Nicholas
Nine
can't
Yards.
wait for that to open as well too.
And you guys should do a show at the
We are definitely going to do a show on it when it opens up.
circus.
So we
like
lose
Dumbo
Snow White,
is,
we're
or-
gaining Art of
or the-
Animation, and not necessarily on this coast, but I think it's important to mention as well too. In the next couple of weeks, you mentioned Cozy Cone Motel, Cars Land
Right.
is opening out in Disneyland. That is really going to
That's
be.
huge.
And now look, you're a Disneyland guy,
I am.
and
I'm
we know we
originally
talk
from
about Disneyland being a locals park. It really is, and I think when people go to Disneyland, it's normally part of a California vacation. It's
Right.
not a destination right now. You see
It is
Disneyland.
for me, but
For,
I totally
for
understand.
those,
what
for
you're
us, it's a destination.
saying. Right, but yes.
For other people, they go to Southern California, they go to the zoo, they go to other places, they tour some of the studios.
Yeah.
But the addition of Cars Land, I think, is going to make this a
And I'll tell you
destination.
what, because when I go there, it's always I go to Disneyland and I add a little bit of California Adventure time.
Right.
This, I'm actually going to have to think, I'm going to probably spend equal amount of time there. And where I would spend every single night or evening at Disneyland, with maybe exception of seeing World of Color,
Right.
I'm probably going to spend a good chunk of time checking out Cars Land. That looks amazing.
Absolutely. We've seen on the Disney blog some sneak peeks of what Cars Land is
Right.
going to look like. And I have some friends who work for Imagineering, and one of them said to me, I'm paraphrasing, he said, I've been at the company 17 years, and I've seen Disney do some amazing things. Two of the most spectacular things Imagineering has ever done is the Be Our Guest restaurant, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the other thing, it goes far and away, the most beautiful thing we've ever done is Cars Land. And you made a great point about Cars Land, because we talk about the parks, how different they are day and night. You made a great point about Cars Land too.
Yeah, Cars Land, to me, from photographs, looks like the most beautiful thing they've ever done at night. It
Yeah.
looks like it's going to be the place to be.
Yeah. With
From
all
any of the Disney
neon
parks,
lights
it
and
looks
everything.
like the place to be
Yeah.
at night.
Absolutely. I am.
And that's with
excited-
Dumbo just opening in a gorgeous nighttime thing. So I think they're thinking about that a lot now
Right.
as they change attractions, etc.
We all tell people, if you've seen Storybook Circus, great, but make sure you go back at night, because Dumbo is a completely different attraction at night.
Cars Land is going to be the exact same way.
I think you're right. And
Oh, yeah.
with that neon and sort of going down that.
And
It's
I've
gonna
even heard that the attraction itself, the Radiator Springs Racers, is going to be a totally different experience at night too.
Luigi's Flying Tires,
Yeah.
Flo's V8 Cafe. This is all really about the food. I am actually going to head out there for the opening of Cars Land the weekend of June 13th. I'm going to bring you guys coverage, hopefully live coverage, from that event as well. So stay tuned. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me at Lou Mongello, and I'll bring you live coverage, certainly video and audio coverage from that event as well, being there for the grand opening. I am super excited for this. I love especially the first Cars movie, and that idea of being immersed in Radiator Springs.
Right.
That feeling that you're really there, I think is going to be something unlike, especially out in California, because of the size limitations that you guys have never seen out there.
It's humongous. Yeah, with the entire Cadillac backdrop, the tail fin backdrop, it's the whole mountain range.
They've done an
Yeah.
amazing job of making a massive structure in a small amount of space. So,
It's over like 6 acres.
Yeah.
over there, something like that.
yeah, it's awesome. So definitely, if you haven't been out to Disneyland in a long time, you now have reason to go. The official opening date, I believe, is June 15th.
Yep.
We're starting to do some previews now. Again, I'll be out there that weekend bringing you live coverage. So definitely stay tuned for that as well. That is going to do it for this week's news. I would love to hear some of your comments about things that we've talked about, whether it's the Brave experience. If you guys have a chance to check it out, leave your comments below, either on YouTube or on the blog. The Haunted Mansion post-show queue. And let's leave it with a question of the week. We got to always leave it with a question of the week that I want to hear your response to. So we're thinking about maybe experiences like the Brave experience or the photo opportunity or Cars Land, or there's a lot going on this summer with Art of Animation, the new Fantasyland, Cars Land. What are you most excited about? What are you most looking forward to seeing? Is it simple things? Is it the opening of Fantasyland? Is it a new resort? Is it, hey, now all of a sudden California is on the radar as maybe, hey, this is where we should take our family for a 4 or 5 day long trip. Leave your comments below or visit WDWRadio.com. Leave your comments on the show notes this week. If you're listening to the show in iTunes, please come by. Try and join us live in the box every week. Be part of the conversation. Also be sure, if you're on iTunes, subscribe to the show, rate and review the show there as well. Also, be sure and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I'm at Lou Mongello and Facebook.com/Lou Mongello. Check out the blog for more videos. You've got daily blog posts, discussion forums, a lot of new videos coming up, including our interview with Ashley Eckstein from Star Wars Weekend. We've got some other fun videos. Look for new videos every week, probably every Thursday. Start looking for new videos coming out on the site and in the iTunes feed. Thank you, Glenn Whalen. Thank you, Scott Otis. Thank you, family. Snow White, we will miss you. Art of Animation, really excited to see you tomorrow. For those of you who are watching in the box, definitely stay tuned. We're not done yet. I have a special surprise to share for you guys as well. If you are listening, again, don't forget to join us every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I'm Lou Mongello from WDW Radio, so until next week, see ya.